I'm Ted Stark, an old friend of his.
Well, Mr. Albright's out playing golf.
Oh, well, then is Margie Albright at home? I've been looking forward to meeting her for some time.
Well, no. I mean, yes. She's taking a nap. I'll call her.
Well, thank you, but maybe you shouldn't disturb her.
Oh, she won't be disturbed. Don't worry. Go right in the living room and sit down. How do you do, Mr. Stark? The maid said you wanted to see me.
Why, yes, Miss Albright. I see the maid loaned you her slippers so you could sneak up on me.
Okay, so you caught me red-footed. Why is it whenever a girl gets her hair up in curlers and her face dismantled, a good-looking man comes to the door?
It's the only time the man has the advantage.
Well, I can't ask you to wait while I slip into something more comfortable, so let's sit down. Now, tell me where Dad's been hiding you all these years.
Well, I served under your father in the Navy, and of course, he told me all about you.
All? And you still wanted to meet me? You have courage, sailor.
Well, I promised your dad I'd look you up when I got to New York, but, well, now that I've had a look, an evening of dancing isn't going to be enough. Say, I'd like you and your dad to be my guests at the inn at Lake Spavinaw for a weekend, a month, or the rest of my life. Choose one.
Now, wait a minute. That's a mighty fast landing party you whipped up, even for the Navy.
I'm just trying to repay your dad for the many nice things he did for me. I'm the new manager at the inn, so why not?
Well, to select a why not at random, Dad can't leave town right now. He's waiting for the arrival of a new client.
Oh, well, he'll always be having new clients, but there's only going to be one regatta ball next Thursday. You wouldn't want to miss that.
I wish you wouldn't tempt me unless you've got the solution, Mr. Stark. It ain't fair, nohow. You see, Mr. Briggs, he's the prospective client, controls some stock or something for a merger or something, and he's a complete stranger to Dad, and he's somewhere upstate chasing butterflies or something because that's his hobby.
Supposing your father thought this Mr. Briggs was chasing butterflies up around Lake Spavinaw.
And Dad comes up to dig those crazy moths. Ted Stark, you are a genius-type genius. That's Dad now.
Hi, Margie. Well, Ted Stark, what do you know?
Hello, Commander.
What are you doing in New York? I'm glad to see you, boy.
I'm managing the inn at Lake Spavinaw, sir. Just dropped in to invite you to be my guest for a week. The fish are biting like crazy.
I told him you couldn't leave town right now, Dad, but we can go later on, can't we?
Oh, we certainly can. How about a rain check, Ted?
Oh, of course, Commander. You know, on second thought, maybe it's better you wait until a certain guest we have up there leaves. He's got the whole place in an uproar over his silly butterflies.
Butterflies? You mean he collects butterflies?
Chases them, catches them, mounts them, and brags about them. He's a fanatic collector.
Oh, no fooling. What's his name?
Oh, Griggs, something like that.
It wouldn't be Briggs, would it?
Well, yes, that's it, Briggs.
Margie, did you hear that?
Why, yes. Isn't that a coincidence, Dad? Now you can combine business with pleasure.
You said it. Now, look, Ted, will you drive Margie up to the inn as soon as we're packed, and I'll follow along later. I've got to see my boss, Mr. Honeywell, and get the papers for the Briggs deal in order.
Oh, I'll be delighted, Mr. Albright.
Start packing, Margie. Oh, this has been a lucky day for both of us.
It'll be real simple, Toby. All you have to do is be Ernest Briggs until after the regatta ball.
Please, Toby, you just pose as an eccentric millionaire.
I don't know. That eccentric part will come easy enough, but that millionaire business is new to me. What's this Briggs fella doing chasing butterflies when he could be chasing chorus girls?
That's what makes him eccentric.
Well, maybe I could get away with it, Mr. Stark. What about the folks that know me around the inn here?
Now, don't worry. I've tipped the staff off. And the guests only know you as the janitor. They'll never recognize you when you're all dressed up.
Okay.
Here are your props, Toby. You can bone up on butterflies in this book. Dad doesn't know anything about them, so you don't have to know much.
Well, then all I have to do is take your dad out butterfly hunting while you two are courting.
Well, that's the general idea. Oh, and if he asks you to sign a contract, stall him. It'll be simple.
If your dad is simple enough to believe I'm a millionaire, we ought to throw the net over him.
Toby will You'll keep Dad so busy roaming the woods, he'll be too tired to talk about a contract.
Uh-oh. Here comes Pappy now.
Oh, no!
Hi, Margie. Well, how do I look?
All right, I give up. What's your line?
Well, pretty cute, old girl. But I'm not after butterflies with this net. I'm after a client. Playing it smart. I'm going to run into Briggs as a fellow lepidopterist.
And you're just the leprechaun that can do it, too.
Mr. Stark, will you please return that to the janitor? I had to fix the plumbing in my room myself.
Of course, Mr. Briggs, of course. I'm sorry you were inconvenienced. I'll speak to the janitor about it at once.
Don't bother. Plumbing is a hobby of mine. I'm eccentric, you see. Well, what have we here? A fellow scientist up to prowl amidst the fauna and flora?
No, sir. I'm an amateur lepidopterist. My name is Albright. Vern Albright.
Albright. Now, where have I heard that name before? You're not the fellow who invented the ready-bent pin for butterfly collections.
I'm afraid not. I'm with the firm of Honeywell and Todd.
No, I have a tentative business deal with that firm. Fellow named Vern Albright.
Oh, I told you, that's me.
Is it indeed? Now, isn't that a coincidence?
This is a lucky day for me running into you, Mr. Briggs. Now we can combine business with pleasure.
Nope. I'm afraid business will have to wait, Albright. I'm on the trail of a rare species for my collection. Very rare indeed.
What is it?
Just how much do you know about butterflies?
Oh, very little. I'm just a beginner.
Well, in that case, there's no use telling you. You wouldn't understand a scientific name anyway.
Well, I have a book on butterflies. Could you show me a picture of it?
Capital. Turn to page 24.
24?
See a picture of a butterfly?
Oh, yes, lots of them.
Oh, good. We're getting warm, aren't we? Now, look at the name of the fourth one down.
Lepidoptera rexadoris.
What's that?
Lepidoptera rexadoris.
Why, that's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, but it says here that Lepidoptera rexadoris is only found in Brazil.
Well, naturally. That's why they're so rare up here in Lake Spavinaw. Well, I'll be seeing you, Albright. Got to be on the trail.
Mr. Briggs! Oh, wait for me.
Dad, are you here? I guess he hasn't gotten back from the butterfly hunt yet. We've had 3 sets of tennis and a couple of hours at the pool, and he's still out in the woods.
Well, you change for dinner, and I'll be back to pick you up. Maybe you'll be in by then.
Oh, what I go through for Honeywell and Todd.
Any sign of the Lepidoptera what's-its-name-orus?
Are you kidding? When last seen, it was winging over Brazil, and we walked far enough today to go there and back.
Well, you always say there's nothing too good for a client. Well, I'm going to change. I'll see you 2 handsome males later.
Pick you up for dinner about a half an hour, okay, Commander?
Oh, no, thanks, Ted. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening soaking my feet. Oh, Lepidoptera rexadoris. Hello, operator. This is Mr. Albright. I want to put a call through to my office in New York.
Honeywell and Todd. Oh, hello, Mr. Albright. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Honeywell had to go to Philadelphia. Is there anything I can do? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'll put it down. Uh-huh. Got it. We must have a bad connection. This looks like Lepidoptera rexadoris.
That's what I said. It's a butterfly. Never mind what for. Get one for me right away, no matter what it costs. Try a collector's shop or a museum or any place. Only get it up to me by tomorrow morning, special delivery.
Yes, Mr. Albright. One Lepidoptera rexadoris coming up. Goodbye. See now. Butterflies.
Excuse me, is Mr. Albright in? I know it's late, but I just arrived in New York for my yearly trip to the Mammoth Cave. Oh, it was dark.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Albright's spending the week at the inn at Lake Spavinaw, chasing butterflies.
No. Well, leaping Lepidoptera. You know, I'm a collector myself. In fact, I'm Ernest Briggs.
How nice.
I wonder if Mr. Albright would mind if I join him up at Lake Spadino. You see, I have some business to discuss with him, and what nicer place to discuss business than roaming through the woods with net and notebook.
I'm sure Mr. Albright would be delighted.
Then I'm off in a flutter of silken wings. Goodbye now, and thanks.
Oh, Wilton, I'll be down at the tennis courts if anything comes up.
Well, let's get at it.
Love those love sets.
Hey, wait a minute. Here come the butterfly boys. Let's wish them good luck and happy corn plasters. On the trail bright and early.
Well, your father and I expect to cover at least 10 miles before lunch. Hey, Albright?
Oh, at least. Will you excuse me a minute? Has a special delivery package arrived from New York for me this morning?
Why, no, Mr. Albright. You were expecting one?
Oh, not only expecting, I'm praying. I'm going out with Mr. Briggs. If the package does arrive, will you send someone out to notify me?
Of course, yes.
Have fun, Dad. Good luck, Mr. Briggs. I know you'll take good care of Dad.
Come on, Albright. I have a hunch our precious Leprex is getting closer and closer to our nets.
Oh, yes. In fact, I can almost guarantee it. Are you all right, sir? Why don't you watch where you're going, stupid?
Ooh, I could smash you.
Oh, get lost, fatty. Well, shall we go?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see you come in. Did you wish a room?
I did. I mean, I do. But first I want to see Mr. Albright at once.
I'm sorry, but he left a while ago to chase butterflies with Mr. Briggs.
That's nice. That's fine. But he couldn't have chosen a nice... Mr. Briggs!
Yes, sir. Ernest Briggs. He's a celebrated collector, I understand.
Suspicious. Very suspicious. Yes, indeed he do. I arrived just in time.
I beg your pardon.
Nothing at all at the moment. I'll like to register, please.
Glad to have you with us, Mr. John Doe.
Yeah, John Doe. You want to make something about it?
Oh, no, indeed, Mr. Doe. Sir, I'll have the boy take your bags. Front.
Yes, Howard, I understand the importance of the merger. Yes, of course, but... I know, but I'm not signing any merger until I find out what's going on up here and why someone is using my name. Oh, quiet! Not you, Howard, not you. There's an awful drip in my wash basin. Not Albright. I haven't even seen him yet. He's out with that impostor. You know there's hanky-panky going on here, and I don't stand for any hanky-panky. You be patient, and I'll let you know what drips. I mean what develops. I'll fix you. Hello, Odetts. Now, see here, I demand to know why the janitor hasn't been up here to repair my plumbing. Can't you understand? I'm dripping.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Doe, but the janitor isn't available at the moment. But as soon as he comes in, I'll... Oh, here he comes now, sir. I'll send him up right away. Yes, sir.
Oh, good evening, Ted. Did a special delivery package come in for me today?
Oh, why, yes, Commander. Here you are.
Oh, thanks. Well, Mr. Briggs, I have a feeling that tomorrow is going to be our lucky day. See you later.
You know, that boy has a faith that's real childlike. Well, I better get into my mufti.
Wait a minute. I think you better slip into your overalls. The plumbing in 316 has gone kaput again. Mr. Doe's been phoning the desk for the last hour.
Okay, Mr. Stark. I'll have it fixed before you can say Lepidoptera rexadoris.
Come on, Dad. Let a gal know what's up. You look like a cat on a strict canary diet.
You'll see tomorrow. Brain work, honey. I might even call it a touch of genius. Mr. Briggs, what are you doing in that outfit?
Well, you see,
But don't you remember, Dad? Plumbing is Mr. Briggs' hobby. He was returning a monkey wrench to Ted when you met him yesterday morning. Isn't that right, Mr. Briggs?
Sure is, Margie. You know, I may even buy this hotel just so as I can putter around my spare time.
Well, as your investment counselor, Dad will be glad to advise you.
Good. Well, I'll be seeing you. There's a leak in one of the rooms, and I'm going to pretend I'm the janitor and fix it. They'll never know I'm just checking the plumbing.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Briggs. Let me go with you. As Margie says, I'm your investment counselor. Let's do it together. I'll carry your tools.
Of course. Mr. Doe? I guess he's not in.
Say, this is going to be a lot of fun, Mr. Briggs. Plumbing is a lot different than the stock market, eh?
Oh, I don't know. They both have their plungers, don't they? Hand me that other wrench.
Let me do it.
Okay. Dang it, the wrong one. Here, you hold this and I'll go down and get a number 8.
Oh, no, I'll get it. Where will I find it?
There's a workbench in the basement. Now, remember, a number 8.
For crying out loud, why don't you look where you're going? I'm so mad I could... Oh, boy. There you are, Mr. Briggs, number 14. It was the only one on the bench.
No. I said number 8. Here, you hold this and I'll get it myself. Right.
With Mr. Doe last night.
Oh, I should have belted that fat little twerp. And I will if he butts in on Mr. Briggs and me again.
Simmer down, champ. You're going to hunt butterflies this morning. No use having them in your stomach.
Oh, thank heavens this is the last day for that particular brand of nonsense. I'm going to get that Briggs deal signed today and head back for civilization.
What do you mean, Dad? I thought Mr. Briggs said he wouldn't sign until he found that Lep Rex job.
Oh, so he did, Margie. So he did. But I'm going to let you in on my little scheme so that you won't foul it up. Oh. Well, there he is, old Lep Rex himself in the well-preserved flesh.
Dad, you mean you're...
Exactly. I'm going to plant this out in the woods where Mr. Briggs can find it. No more excuses and no more delays.
But, Dad...
Now, Margie, no arguments. Get packed. We're going back to New York.
Hello, operator. Get me Ted Stark and hurry. There's the Lep. Now all we have to do is hide it, and we'll be around for the regatta ball after all.
It's a good thing your dad confided in you. We'd have to dream up a new excuse for Toby's not signing the contract.
I think all parents should confide in their children. It makes things so much easier. Yikes! That's a bee. Let's get that butterfly and scram out of here.
Uh-oh.
No use letting those bombers use us for a landing field. Let's get back to the inn. We'll stall Dad some safer way.
Wait. There's the man your father had the trouble with last night.
Well, inasmuch as Dad's going to have plenty of trouble with those bees out yonder, he might as well share it with his enemies. Look, Ted, another butterfly collector. I wonder if he's looking for the Lepidoptera rexadoris, too.
Oh, I'll bet he is if he's heard about it.
Pardon me, miss. Did I hear you see Lepidoptera rexadoris?
That's right.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. That species is only found in Brazil. In fact, I bagged the rexadoris male myself.
Well, you could have saved yourself the trip. There's one right out there in the woods.
Impossible.
Why don't you see for yourself? Just follow the trail to the fork, then go right to the first clearing, and there, on a fallen log, you'll find it. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I'm sure you're mistaken, miss, but we scientists take nothing for granted. I'll find out for myself.
Oh, brother, what he's going to find out.
It's all right. Your father's office is calling. Do you know when he'll be back?
Oh, I'll take the call. Dad may be in no condition to talk when he does get back. Hello? Oh, hello, Betty.
I just called to see if your father got the package I sent. Yes, the Lepahooses. He did? Oh, that's a relief. Oh, and did his client arrive all right? Oh, Ernest Briggs, he said his name was.
Briggs? Are you sure? In the office last night? Betty, tell me slow and easy. What does your Mr. Briggs look like? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Shortened. Uh-huh. Bye, Betty.
What's the matter?
I'll tell you on the way. We've got to warn Dad. Come on.
Heavens to Betsy, it is a rexadoris. Oh, the poor little thing. The bees must have killed it. Ooh, I could smash you.
Put that down. Get your grubby hands off my butterfly.
You, not again. Don't you come near me. I'll harm you.
Give me that, fatso. It's mine. I put it there. I found it.
No, you didn't. I found it. And finders keepers, too. So there. Get away from me.
Let go. It's mine. I tell you.
We're dead. Maybe there's still a chance. Toby.
Well, what do we do now?
Knock Dad out and hurry.
Huh? I don't get it. Neither do I, she says. All right.
Ooh, I'll smash you.
Dad, you shouldn't have done that to Mr. Briggs. That's no way to handle a client.
Huh? Mr. Briggs? That's the man that's been impersonating me.
Impersonating you? Why, whatever do you mean, sir?
I happen to be Ernest Briggs. That man is an imposter.
Well, then, Daddy, dear, you didn't boo-boo after all. You saved the real Mr. Briggs from that maniac.
Then you're Vernon Albright. Let me shake your hand.
Who, me? Sure. Be my guest. What now?
Mr. Albright, you take Mr. Briggs back to the hotel. I'll see that this imposter's taken care of.
Well, I hope so. He's a mean one.
Well, in the immortal words of Toby Briggs Albright, what now?
I'll answer that one.
Now, Dad, let's not lose our heads. Can't we arbitrate this thing?
Arbitrate my baby blue eyes. I want the truth. Understand? The truth.
Why bother with the truth? It's so dull.
Well, it's not going to be dull very long.
Yeah! You can say that again! Now, Dad, don't get excited. Mr. Briggs signed the deal, didn't he?
Yeah, with Toby.
Well, what's the difference? He thinks Toby is you.
Yeah, and now every time Mr. Briggs comes to New York, we'll have to send for Toby, and I'll have to leave town.
Well, that'll give you some free time to add to your butterfly collection. You know, the ones you keep in there.
Well, that's my little Margie.